Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. Peace, salutation, blessings, and mercies to the elect scattered all over the earth. Yahweh is the correct name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He exists. Yahweh Shai is the correct name of His beloved Son, meaning He delivered. All right, and He's about to return to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, whom you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is an article from Value Walk. It says President Joe Biden announces Americans not vaccinated before 2022 will be put in camps. All right, detention centers, concentration camps. And I haven't found the original source where this devil, made this statement. So I don't know how valid this is. But what we do know is that this devil is coming down with great wrath. And one way or the other, they do have concentration camps set up for the majority who rebel against their NWO. All right, so whether this statement is true or not, which I believe it to be true, because I've heard with my own ears, from interviews and live TV, this devil say and throw out all type of rash and draconian ideas. All right, so I believe this statement is a true statement that he made. All right, and when you look in the news, when you go to these news apps, when you turn on the news, they're attacking the anti-maxers. All right, they're attacking the anti-maxers. All right, they're painting the narrative that if you're against getting jabbed up with the devil juice, you're a murderer. All right, you're killing people. Okay, this is the narrative that they're pushing out there. All right, and then another thing I saw, this will be a quick lesson, Lord's will, it'll be edifying. All right, the brother Bakar Amath reposted this, and he put draconian, that Draco. It says, and this is it looks like a tweet that went out by Dr. David Samadi. It says there will soon, and he left out the word be, so I'll just put it there for him. There will soon be prison sentences attached to the new French law for vaccine passports. And this thing is real. I was in CVS, that vaccine passport shit, they really pushing it. I was in CVS the other day, all right, out in LA, Los Angeles, California, after camp. It was Saturday after camp. And I walked into CVS, and me and a couple brothers were in line to pay for our stuff. And you know how they got those clear vaccine cards. I'm going to just search it up real quick. I mean, not vaccine cards, those, what do you call them? Passport covers. Let's just type that in. Because when you go to places like CVS and the grocery store and different stores, they got passport covers that you could put the passport in and certain stuff. But now these aren't the one. It's like the see-through, it's like the plastic ones. They even have them for, IDs, or if you work certain job. This is the one. All right. If you work certain jobs and you need a badge or something, you would put your badge in. Well, I was in CVS the other day, and they were selling in CVS. It said Maxine ID passport. And they were selling these to put your Maxine ID card in. And they had a picture of a Northern Kingdom dude holding his up, smiling. So this is something they're pushing. And if you're not with it, they planning to lock you away in a detention center. This is something we know to be of a fact. It's so Dr. David Samadi, there will soon be sentences attached to new French law for vaccine passports. If you were caught in a restaurant without proof of vaccination, you face up to 6 months in jail. All right, and this is something they're pushing here in Babylon the Great. All right, different political so-called leaders are pushing for this. They're saying stuff like, we need to make it harder for the anti-maxers. All right, they don't deserve certain rights to go into restaurants and grocery stores. All right, they getting ready to make it to where you got to show proof that you've been stuck up with the devil juice before you can enter into a restaurant or a grocery store. All right, or even they taking it as far as liquor stores. You know, that's where they're headed. All right, this devil is not finished yet. He's taking it all the way. It says if you are caught in a restaurant with without proof of vaccination, you face up to 6 months in jail. The restaurant owners face up to a year for hosting you. Does that sound extreme? Yeah, because these are draconian times we're in. All right, these are draconian times where certain laws are getting ready to be pushed out against whoever is not with this devil's plan. All right, so let's grab. I just got a couple, or a few precepts. The first one I'll go to. Let's see. Revelation 12. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, the so-called white man, is come down unto you, Salakia, is come down unto you having great wrath. And this devil's coming down with wrath, with these draconian measures, talking about putting Americans in detention centers. All right, jail time for trying to yikwab, trying to finesse your way through his NWO. All right, so because, you know, there's plenty of people out there that's making those fake vaccine cards, you know, just like they got fake IDs, all right, and, you know, fake other things. Hey, well, this devil's going to find you out. All right, you can't get nothing past this devil. He got satellites that could see a penny on the ground. All right, he knows where you live through your these devices. Your phone is gonna snitch on you. All right, there's no way around it, and he's coming with it. Why? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, this devil is paying attention to the signs in the heavens. All right, he sees those chariots. He knows that's a sign of his destruction. He sees the prophets out there, the true prophets, primarily the men of great millstones, starting with the apostles and elders, that's preaching his word in truth and sincerity. All right, that's a ultimate token of this devil's downfall. All right, he sees groups and sects of people rebelling and waking up to his NWO and his whole wicked agenda. All right, to depopulate the masses and chip everybody up. People are awoke to it. So he knows he don't have much time left. So what is he going to do? He's getting ready to come down with great wrath. All right, and he's about to persecute the Israelites all over again. Just like the transatlantic slave trade. You know, just like the late 60s to 70 AD. When the Romans came down on the Jews. All right, just like the Hellenization period, starting with Antiochus Epiphanes, all right, and the Greeks, causing the Israelites to commit and submit themselves to their idols and their customs and religions, where they're doing it all over again. And they plan on jailing and ultimately killing whoever is not with their agenda, whether you be a heathen nation, whether you be an Israelite, whether you're their own, because you got certain, gun-ho militia Edomites, who aren't with it. They coming down on them too. But ultimately, this is all designed to come down on the Israelites. All right, mainly the prophets, because we're the main ones speaking against this stuff. A lot of the so-called conspiracy theorists out there who do these little TikTok clips and, videos exposing this devil, a lot of them get their information from us, from the apostles of GMS. Because why? Because 20 years ago, our apostles was out there preaching. Our apostles was out there decades ago talking about everything that's going on right now, from the Illuminati and wicked Hollywood and the child sacrifice and adrenochrome, all right, to the pestilence that this devil is pushing, all right, to his marketed beast, which is the RFID microchip, all right, to nuclear war, World War III, to those chariots, all right, to these plagues that are happening all over the earth. Everything that's going on right now, our apostles have been prophesying years ago, before some of us were even born. The apostles were out there on the streets before YouTube. All right, the apostles were out there talking about everything that's going on. All right, so this devil knows, and he's getting ready to come down with great wrath. All right, because his time is almost up. Let's get another precept. All right, because they talking about sentences and, taking away your children. And we keep bringing these scriptures out because this devil, he keeps speaking like a dragon. So we're going to keep bringing out these same scriptures that go against them. So this is Revelation 2 and verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil," again, the so-called white man, "shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and well, let me speak on that. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." Is not that, what we're reading? Prison sentences. All right. For, people who get caught trying to have a fake Maxine passport. All right. This devil talking about he plans on putting Americans in camps before 22. All right. If they don't get that jab. This is what they're talking about. And then the scriptures speak of it. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. All right, so some of us, not all, but some of us are going to go to prison. All right, some of us, they even going to kill. It says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. So again, like I mentioned, some of us, not all of us, some of us is going to go to prison and into these detention centers for a certain amount of days. All right. So that our faith is tried. Some of us is even going to be put to death. Our heads under a guillotine. All right. Or just shot up. But we have great examples in these scriptures. Stephen. All right. Stephen was stoned to death for the truth, for preaching the gospel. But what's the last thing he saw before his spirit left his body? He saw the Most High Yahweh sitting on the throne. And he saw Yahushua sitting on the right hand of him. All right, so we could say in him seeing that, he didn't even feel the pain of being stoned to death, which is a very painful death. He didn't even feel it, because in the meantime, he was beholding the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahushua, and then his spirit departed. So we got to keep that in mind when we face with such things. All right. Not all of us is going to be put to death, because it's written for the elect to be delivered on those ships. And that's what we hope in. All right. But some of us is going to go through this for a testimony. But what's the point? Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. Which is everlasting life, immortality, a new body. All right. Power over the nations. All right, verse 11, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches," which is us brothers. "He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death," which is a nuclear destruction. These are the things we got to keep in mind when we're going through all the things that's set before us. All right, let me get one more precept. Verse 26. It says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And I'll jump down to here because that's a part of the crown of life. All right, so if your head is under a guillotine, or this devil tell you like, yeah, we're going to put you to death in about, a couple minutes, any last words, that's the time to rejoice. All right, because you pretty much assured at that point that you're going to receive that crown of life if you don't denounce the name. So that's the time to go hard in the spirit, be on fire. Yeah, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Fuck you, devil. However you do it, that's the time. Because you're going to come back with Yahweh Shai in a new body that's going to be immortal. And you're going to have power over the people who put you to death. You're going to get vengeance on them. All right. And on all the nations. All right. And I just want to end it with maybe a couple more precepts. This is Psalm 37:12. The words of King David, it said, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. All right. And those teeth are a sharp instrument. And in today's time, what's this devil using as his teeth to stick into the mass majority? That jab. All right. Which is going to turn into that chip. And some of you people have already taken the chip without even knowing it. Some of you took it knowingly. Some of you wanted it. All right. But the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, pursuing the Malachi 1:4, this is all a plot against the just, who are the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. That's who he ultimately wants to get. But he can't get them. Because the scriptures tell us that the elect ain't going to be deceived. All right. And the Most High has care for his elect. Okay, so I'm going to end it off right there. Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.